They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. It's getting set for first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. On a little time, lets it go. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the ground, it's Akbar. And he's not going anywhere to start the night as the home team greets their visitors rather rudely. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Across the 45. Can anyone catch it? A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball. And all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Trying not to hang up on me. How you feel? What you doing?
Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Looking to throw.
Super over.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
They want to just keep throwing it. Caught in the backfield, it's Akbar. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable.
Wait, what y'all doing there? Y'all at college?
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
The closest one of you was the one over by the job. Oh yeah, you know what? You right. It is one of those things.
And the Nittany Lions will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He got it.
Who all was there from Oxford?
Big pickup and a 1st down.
I said, who all there from
They
Oxford?
were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Working that left side now. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State. Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
What y'all, what, BDUs or?
Everybody's on the edge of their seats.
regular
Nice
civilian
job by the
clothes.
kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable
You
situation.
say y'all that's at 9 o'clock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all
Who
angles.
said that?
So
The trainer?
I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play.
When y'all finish, do y'all get like a certificate or something for it?
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
At the 40, there he goes. He's
Do they give y'all textbooks and shit?
turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the
Hold on real quick, hold on.
you've got to at least make sure you're able to
Hello?
drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Not just hard-nosed
Hey, how's it
running,
going?
that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains,
Well, no, I don't
wear
need
the
it
defense
anymore.
down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some
All
points.
right. Hello?
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He'll try to do it himself. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
Hello?
These 3rd downs, man, they're critical down in distances. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, 1, they can get it throwing it for your offense, but 2, if it's not there, they can take off and scramble and generate big plays as well. This guy now, because of his athleticism, he's got the...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face. Going for it inside your own 40. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a cheap bad game.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Scanning the field, it's Ingram. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet blown catch is ready to give them a 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Got his man on the right. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down. A new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the 1st quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Let me try to reach you the this with
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to outflank him with the jet sweep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much.
No, you asked him that.
Brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
That's what he said.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's caught downfield. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking left. Got his man. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing failed him.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads it left. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the 1st half.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to them.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
You didn't all do the same thing.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're lining up to boot it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's wrong.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Quarterback keeps it. Crosses the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. There was a time when if you had a guy who runs like he does, that you move him to a different position. Not anymore, man. These quarterbacks can run and throw.
Yeah, back in my time, I was throwing to guys like that. I certainly wasn't moving like it, but boy, oh boy, you hold your breath every time he takes off because that guy might be the fastest player on the field.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Give to the back. He makes the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Feeling some heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
This is a designed run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
That keeps the score. Clemson 21, Penn State
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. Defense, great job taking the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
The run from the shotgun.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, and this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO.
I think they
And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this game.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. He wants to throw. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it
he
on
was
time,
working.
you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
With the catch, it's Thompson.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quickly to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Still ain't got your
He'll take it himself. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Clemson jumps to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Ingram. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Where is that?
Coming out with it, it's Thompson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not...
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here. 1st and 10 from the 33. He's going to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Penn State! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point
ain't got
is
nothing to
good,
do
but they
with
still
I
trail
thought I dropped them off.
35-21. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Oh, yeah. You definitely can do that.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Listen, don't be coming for me, all right?
And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
That's crazy.
Looking downfield, it's Ingram. He's going to throw deep right side. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. All business today for this